They say that blood is thicker than water. Well, at Fall from Grace, it was definitely thick. Eric continually talked about how important family was and family values. But what did he do at Fall from Grace? The second he got the chance, he teamed with Ashley in order to eliminate his own blood. And not teaming with Ashley in the sense of, the two of them wearing me down or something like that. No. Rather, he teamed with Ashley by drop kicking me over the rope. So, admittedly, I lost my cool after I went out of the ring. Things got a bit fuzzy. The hindsight of it is not very pretty. But things have a way of coming around. Full circle, as Eric would say. Now, our little bout that we're going to have is supposed to be on June 16th. There are some very interesting things about June 16th. So let's pause a minute and think. First of all, in 1858, Abraham Lincoln said, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." Now, of course, he was referring to the escalating situation within the U.S. at the time. But, in a way, it applies to our little debacle here. See, the William Herrera coalition cannot continue to stand because it is a house divided against itself. And if I have to break every member, I will. But see, Eric knows that. Eric knows what kind of man I am. He knows what I'm capable of. He knows what I'm going to do. That's beside the point. Like I said though, things have a way of coming back around. And the way Eric decided to team with Ashley to knock me off, now we have this, what was that term they used? Strange bedfellows match. Well, now I get a chance to team with Ashley to knock Eric out. Metaphorically speaking, of course. And the tables are turned. Now, for all that Eric has had to say, all that he talked about, all he continues to talk about, let's face it, he ain't about the revolution. He ain't about Anonymous. This is an era of revolution. And Eric is in for a wake-up call. You see, Eric has no clue. He is not plugged in like he says he is. And this is proven when he has come out here and talked. Because he has the biggest title in ASE. Now, he could use his position in the company to talk about what is going on, to talk about the people, to talk about the situation. He doesn't talk about what's going on in Mexico right now. He doesn't talk about the North American Free Trade Agreement. He doesn't talk about the National Defense Authorization Act. He doesn't talk about the Patriot Act. He doesn't talk about the New Freedom Act. He hasn't said a word about Robert Daggert, the former House representative or individual that ran for House, who was trying to gun down or get other people with him to join him to gun down an entire community of Muslims in upstate New York. Yeah, he was going to burn them up and then shoot anyone that came running out. Women, children, it didn't matter. You hear Eric say anything about that? Anything? Nothing. Not a word. About he's plugged in, he ain't got a fucking clue. Has he said anything about what's going on with the hacker wars between China and the US, Anonymous and Lizard Squad? Nothing. How about the emerging evidence that Israel, more specifically Mossad, the Israeli intelligence agency, and the organization formerly known as Blackwater, are helping to create ISIS? They are the ones behind it, or that the US was funneling money to them. Said anything about that? Nothing. How about the march on the 28th last month, where people were outside of Phoenix, Arizona? They were outside of a mosque in Phoenix, Arizona, and they were supposed to be doing a Draw Muhammad contest. Everybody there fully armed with guns, wearing black t-shirts with white lettering that said "Fuck Islam." A single word about it. Nothing. Did he have anything to say about the Chapel Hill shootings? Nothing. Did he have anything to say about what was going on in Ferguson? Nothing. The man that was choked out in New York City? Nothing. How about the more recent incident where a woman was actually a hijabi, a Muslim woman, was refused an unopened can of soda because they said that she could use it as a weapon? Anything about that? Nothing. How about the airplane that magically disappeared? Nothing. How about the anonymous protest? He says that he's plugged into Anonymous. The stuff I've been mentioning is about Islam. Well, how about the anonymous protest that happened from May 1st till May 4th in London? Not a word. Not a fucking word. How about the man that was physically attacked in Melbourne, Australia, because he was trying to defend a Muslim woman? How about the town in France where they're trying to keep tabs on who is Muslim and who isn't, specifically Muslim children? Anything about that? Nothing. Right now, there is an age of revolution. It can be seen for anybody that is looking. You have Anonymous, you have racial protest, you have a rise in organizations speaking out against Islamophobia. You even have several different marches of, different Mexicans marching because of the bigotry that they face. There is an era of revolution, and people like Eric are completely unplugged. They are the epitome of everything that is wrong with this country. The individualistic mindset that focuses only on themselves, and they do not focus on the problems of the country as a whole, or even the problems of the group that they are in, that they are part of, yet alone the problems of the groups that they are not a part of. He does not care about people. He does not care about justice. He does not care about the revolution, the age of revolution, or Anonymous. And he can deny it all he wants to, because it makes no difference. The bottom line is that when push has come to shove, Eric has never been able to beat me straight up. It's never happened. And in this match, the only way that Eric will beat me is if he beats Ashley. And let's face it, when he has beat me before, like Fall from Grace, when Ashley's in the ring, he has to work with Ashley. What happens when Ashley and Fatih are on the same page? Two people who know what it's like to live a hard life, who do it day in and day out, who don't go, yeah, back in the day I had it hard. But no, they continue to live it. Eric has no clue. Never has, never will. It don't matter what he was. It matters what he is. And what he is selfish. It's an age of revolution. And the wake-up call is coming. Now, Rachel Storm. I keep hearing Rachel Storm, Rachel Storm. Rachel, I will grant you, you have dominated ASE while you were here. But let's face it, who did you have? You faced Eric. You faced some of the other roster members. But the roster members that you faced, Ashley has faced, I have faced. We beat them. And, at least on my part, beat Eric, the one that you could not beat. You see, there's a storm brewing. And this time, lightning will not strike twice. Because in the eye of the storm, no one's safe. And from what I've seen from you, as I told Eric, you might be a good wrestler, but I'm a damn good fighter. You see, you are an example as well of what is wrong with this society. Because you are not out here already proud of who you are as a person. Instead, you are constantly trying to prove how you are just like a man. And here's the bottom line, sweetheart. You're not a man. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made men and women. They are different, but equal. Can a man do everything a woman can? No. Anyone that says that they can is full of bullshit. Can a woman do everything that a man can? No. Biologically, no. She cannot. Am I saying that that's going to make a difference in the ring? No. But what is going to make a difference in the ring is the way that you were brought up. This constant need to try and prove who you are, to try and prove that you are in an equal standing with men. Because you were brought up in this Christian-based, secular-based, whatever you want to call it, mindset of man, woman, man, woman. That is the American, that is the British, that is really, it is the Christian mindset that the man is above the woman. You are stuck with that, and you keep having to struggle with that. I don't have that issue, not just because I'm a man, but because I'm a Muslim. So to you I say, Assalamu alaikum. However, do not think that I'm going to allow you to stand in my way. I'm going to do what is necessary. And sometimes it takes an eclipse. Not an eclipse of the heart, because I'm sure that your heart is in the right place, but a cerebral eclipse, an eclipse of the mind. But I've said enough. I've said more than I really wanted to. Having said that, let me say this and make this really plain. Eric, yo sabes que bien. Rachel, Eric, bring to the ring. Come on down. Do what you're going to do. Do what you do best. But at the end of the day, as far as my record goes, still one of the most dominant forces that ASE has ever seen. Arguably, more so than Rachel Storm, actually. I don't have to prove it because the numbers are already there. It's already there to be viewed. I'm just saying. Think you're ready? No. But in the meantime, Assalamu alaikum.